It is Feel Good Friday with your friends here from ReFind Distillery. I'm Adam Montiel from Up and Adam in the Morning. Happy Friday, guys. How are you?
Hey, doing great. Great to see you again.
Good. This week has needed this. I'm so glad that we are here at this moment right now.
It always needs it.
I know. Yeah, right. So goes 2020. You should scroll back into the Facebook feed because we have our cocktail last week, which was this Cranberry Thyme. And what's cool is you can use it with the gin, the vodka, rye, or the barrel finish vodka, which is what we did last week. You got that Cranberry Thyme mixer that's in the mix. You throw literally a lime from the fridge in there, and then you're like good to go. I'm really excited because today's cocktail is really one of your more popular ones for the holiday, huh, Monica?
It is. So we stumbled upon this little mixer company about 4 years ago. They're out of LA, and it's called Liquid Alchemist. And as you know, Adam, I scour the internet looking for new small companies that use only fresh, natural ingredients. And so I get really excited when we hit a home run, and we definitely hit a home run, I think, with this apple spice. It is the essence of the holidays. I mean, literally, when you have your first sip of it, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. It's everything that you think of the holidays in a cocktail. Yeah. So I'm excited to share this with you, the apple spice. And the best thing is 3 ingredients. It's so easy to make. And the first time we took it to a party, a friend of ours had a Friendsgiving party about 4 years ago, and we had to scale it up. So we had to bring enough cocktail for 50 people, and it was super scalable. Obviously, people aren't having Thanksgivings that large right now, but it's super scalable, and it was a home run. So I'm excited to share it with you today.
Oh, me too. I love this. Now, some of these cocktails that you have there, they are kind of interchangeable with the spirits versus the mixers. And right now you have this really cool cocktail kit that now some of these things that you have are outside the kit, but you do put together a kit every season. And this is the one that you have for right now. And these, you got 6 to 8 cocktails in there alone.
Correct. So as I mentioned to you last week, it's the cocktail club concept is basically Blue Apron with booze. So we send you 3 spirits and a bunch of mixers, all the recipes, the garnish, everything that you need to literally open your little box when it arrives, and you can make a cocktail right at that point because you'll have everything in hand. So we ship one out in May, which has all of our summer cocktails in it, and then the second one, so it only ships out twice a year, May and November, is this holiday basket. And so in this basket that we're shipping out right now, it makes between 6 and 8 cocktails because so many of these mixers are interchangeable with different spirits.
But that's 6 to 8 different cocktails.
Right, exactly. I mean, it'll make far more quantity of cocktails than that.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm sorry. So 6 to 8 different cocktails in that. But the apple spice isn't in there. The apple spice was in the cocktail club 2 years ago. We try to mix it up and not resend the same recipes over and over again. However, when you find the home runs, we still bring them into the tasting room every season because people like to buy them. But we try not to duplicate our recipes very often because we're always looking for the next thing that's coming.
Well, what's cool is if somebody's into it, they can order this cocktail right here to a loved one, to their house, and have it all ready in time for when the in-laws come in for the holidays, I guess, huh?
It's like if you have your favorite thing, it's like we just ordered our honey baked ham for when our son gets home. It's like those certain things that just say the holidays. And so this one, and then actually the Cranberry Thyme we did last week, they definitely scream, Thanksgiving or Christmas, and just they're just perfect for this time of year.
Yeah.
I love it. So this one uses the E again, right? We talked last time about the idea of a vodka, meaning it's a neutral spirit, but it's been flavored with oak. It's been sitting in oak barrels and thus gets this new life breathed into it.
Yeah, no, so the whole philosophy of our distillery started basically to be more sustainable with what we were doing agriculturally. And so originally we only were producing grape-based products. But whiskeys are definitely something people are interested in. And so every time people saw a distillery, they'd come in and go, do you have a whiskey to sell? And, we're like, sorry, we produce grape-based spirits. But then we finally said, okay, we got to figure out how to produce something that tastes like a whiskey from our grape base. And so we started experimenting, and we took our grape-based vodka, which we produce, as you know, from juice that winemakers are wasting in the production process. We fermented into a rosé, distilled it into this beautiful grape-based vodka. Grape-based vodka, a lot of people don't even know that you can make vodka out of grapes. You can make vodka out of anything. But usually it's grain because grain is cheaper to farm. We are fortunate enough to live in a wonderful grape area. We collect this juice from a number of different wineries. Grape-based vodka has a really soft, sweet finish to it. It's that glycerol. When we talk about the coating of the glass, it's that coating of the glass on the outside. So what we do is we then take that grape-based vodka, we put it into a mix of used and new American oak whiskey barrels, and age it just like you would a whiskey. Barrels are different. They're not toasted like wine barrels. They're charred. And what that does is it actually burns the surface of the wood, actually so much that it actually cracks the surface of the wood. And so you get a lot of those, really unique oak characteristics, a lot of the vanilla and spice characteristics that come out of the barrel that are imparted into our grape-based vodka to produce a spirit that is, I would say, more whiskey-esque than it is vodka or even brandy-esque. And so this is what we're going to be using today with our apple spice. So it looks like you got ahead of us. So we'll catch up here.
Sorry, I couldn't wait.
It's like I need it.
It's Friday. I need this. So anyway, a really easy cocktail to make. So it's just 2 ounces of our barrel finished vodka. We're actually adding this to a mixing glass where we're going to stir it. We're going to add 1 ounce of the liquid alchemist. And then we're going to add 1 ounce of the lemon juice. And then we're going to add ice.
And stir.
And stir. You didn't see that.
Smells so good. It's got the holidays written all over it.
It's got holidays written all over it. Okay. And then what we're going to do is once we get it good and stirred, nice and cold, we are going to add it to 2 cocktail glasses with a little ice in it. And you can actually do this in a martini glass as well if you had like a little apple garnish or something like that. But since we got the cocktail glasses, we are just going to basically pour it over ice.
And the thing with these cocktails too, with the recipes, start with the recipe we gave them. But if you want it boozier, add more alcohol to it. If you want it sweeter, add more mixer to it. It's totally, everyone has a different palate and different things that they enjoy. So make it yours. This is just the guideline to start with.
It's funny you say that because, you can go to, and that's what we all miss, is going to like, a high-end place and getting a beautifully crafted cocktail. But, here's a way where you can actually have it done literally like your way. Like you said, you want to go way spirit forward, like go to town. It's Friday, let's do it. But if you want to dial it back, you can. Right, yeah.
Well, I know this one you can use the rye, you can use the E, you could just try just about anything. It probably even work with a vodka or something like that.
What? I almost wonder, could this be good like for a warm cocktail?
Oh, I think it could actually. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be really good? This is really good. I mean, if you love apple spices, cheers to that, guys.
Cheers.
Woo. Cheers. I mean, we were even thinking there's so many things you can do with it. But yeah, it probably could be warmed really nicely.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what's great is that we just literally made this cocktail. We didn't even get up and go anywhere. You can have a cocktail within seconds with these mixers. And I imagine once you guys kind of clued into, these mixers are really this can actually help us sell more of the spirits because people can use them more.
Yeah, no, because cocktail culture is, historically it's been big, but then it kind of died out for a while. And then just recently over the last, say 10 years or so, it's really starting to basically take off again. And, like Paso, we have some of the top mixologists in the country at this point where, before it was just wine and beer. But, when people buy spirits, it's still kind of intimidating because you have all the different equipment, you have to have all these different mixes and juices. And where with this, it's, a lot of the work is done for you already, and so you just need to add a couple things together, and it's basically that entry to that kind of that cocktail culture where you don't have to go and source 10 different ingredients and make sure you add the right proportions. We're doing a little bit of the legwork for you.
Well, what's cool is you could perhaps have some folks over for the holidays. You have this cocktail kit maybe in the kitchen in the back, and then you bring out some cocktails, you make a little menu, they're none the wiser. They have no idea. You come out with like crazy handcrafted cocktails, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, what did you just put together? What is this? This is fantastic. You take all the credit for it.
I've been working on it all week, getting the spices just right. Yeah. So true.
I love it. Well, what are we doing for tasting right now? I know the seasons have changed, and of course, weather is probably not far behind. To make sure that people can, you've always done such a great job at making people feel comfortable and have been rolling with the punches during this whole thing. What are we going to be doing for the changing of seasons and the new situation going on?
So we're currently in the process of putting up a tarp covering over our crush pads, so that if weather does come, people can be outside. We're doing 100% tasting outside right now by reservation. So we're putting up tarps. We just bought
10.
A lot of table heaters, so each table can have their own individual heater. And all of our tables are at least 6 feet apart. I would say probably 8 to 10 feet apart. So we're trying to make it so that people are super comfortable. They're able to have their own space. But then, in the summer, we obviously had to put misters up because it was so hot. Now we're going the other direction and trying to get it so that people can be outside, still enjoy their time without freezing their tails off.
So when you see whatever the season brings us, know that ReFind Distillery is still a welcoming place to come try, taste, and have a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're always kind of trying to foresee the next step and kind of look, okay, what's going to happen, which luckily we did, because heaters are now impossible to purchase from what we understand. So
I imagine. Yeah. It's like the business version of toilet paper.
Exactly.
Nobody can get their hands on heaters right now. Are we still stocked up on everything else, guys, for the holidays? Like even the spring stuff, the cucumber vodka, all those things. We still got those going on?
We still have everything. So we have vodka, we have cucumber vodka, we have our gin, the barrel finished vodka, which we're enjoying right now.
We have some really cute also 375s, which make kind of great stocking stuffers of the rye whiskey and the barrel finished vodka. And so it's a half bottle of that rye and the barrel finished vodka, which is kind of fun. And obviously the cocktail baskets and all the different cocktail stuff. So, the shop is, open even if you don't come tasting, 11 to 5 on those Thursday through Sunday. And so you can just poke around and see some of the fun stuff we have. We have jiggers and, the mixing spoons and all that kind of fun stuff too.
Yeah, our team is really, really great. So if someone comes in and says, oh, my, brother-in-law really likes whiskey, what can we do? And we'll kind of ask them the questions where we can actually build a cocktail for them. So he likes this type of thing, and so here we'll recommend this mixer. Or you might be in the situation where you have 92 bottles of vodka at home, and you're like, we need to do something about this. We will put the mixers together and send you out the door with the mixers so that you can start getting through your vodka that you're sitting at home.
Well, I got to be honest with you. When you started doing and really hitting those mixers and dialing them in with your spirits, because I don't want to just use your spirits like when I'm mixing with say a whiskey Coke or something like that. I don't want to use yours for that. I really like to use it for something like, really good. But when you started, infusing those mixers and giving me more ideas, I watched my, inventory of what I have of yours on my shelf deplete. Like, I know I'm going through this. We got to do another live with Alex and Monica. What's going on? But it's cool because it really gives you a chance to use and taste and explore all from the comfort of the 4 intimate walls of your kitchen. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great, and especially being from the Central Coast, is we all love things fresh and authentic and real, and there's no reason to have to import your spirits from overseas. It's literally being made in Paso Robles for you. Yeah. With real ingredients that are grown here in California. So that's kind of neat, especially when we live in this local type environment.
Yeah, refinddistillery.com is the website. That's also a great way to make an appointment to go taste the spirits. While you're there, I would say taste some of that great Villicana wine. How was harvest for you?
Harvest was great. So it was a pretty abundant harvest. It was actually pretty short too. I mean, it started late and then it ended pretty much on time. So it was probably about 2 weeks shorter than usual. Great yields. Yeah, it's it's Paso. It's crazy. It's we have a crazy growing climate because it is warm. We had a couple of heat spells, but all in all, it's going to be a good vintage.
Once
it's in bottle.
Yeah. I was reading an article about I was reading an article just about the with everything going on, and of course things have dipped down as far as certain sales, but that direct-to-consumer relationship, that relationship that you have with, say, me or another person who's watching this right now and is going to come taste and visit, that has really gone up and created a solid bond during this time. And I think we need that now more than ever. And I was so relieved to hear that for people who I love like you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was actually just reading a statistic. It's not all of California that's happening. It's Central Coast is up like 35% direct to consumer. And I think what it is, people are actually now, because people are focusing on, okay, what can I order online and try? They're reaching kind of outside their normal kind of buying patterns and trying new things. And I think what they're finding is Paso wines, Paso spirits, Paso beer, they're also approachable, so good. And also price-wise, they're in a reasonable price range that people are really liking what they're seeing. And, I guess we got to look for the little silver linings during this time. And I think that is one of them. I think it's opening people's eyes to what Paso's doing.
Well, leave it to the people in Paso and the people on the Central Coast and the producers to find that silver lining and just, and really just brighten it and let other people see the light, because this is really exciting, especially in time for the holidays. This cocktail box, make sure these are great gifts. If you saw a cocktail, from last week, or maybe the one that we did this week that was exciting, these could be great, ideas. You can go to the website and literally go, oh, I'm going to order this for her or him or whatever. Great gift idea. Or go all out, go for the basket and get it done. Be ready and prep for the holidays.
That's it.
Well, I love you guys. I wish you guys a great holiday season as we're a little bit away from Thanksgiving. So cheers to you and ReFind Distillery. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thank you, Adam. Talk to you soon.
Great holiday.